Wow, what a beautiful day, eh? This is the Spray Lake Pass, which I'm on. Canmore's back to the southwest that way, and northeast would be off to Kananaskis and Calgary. As you can see, there's still some ice in the river. Got my bear spray, a little bit of snow around still. But I saw this spot and I thought I would pull over. I got one I really want to share with you. This one is titled, My First Prayer Saved My Life. I didn't know how dark my life had been until I experienced the light. I grew up in a home filled with drugs, alcohol, violence, and severe abuse in all its hideous forms. It wasn't until my late teens, though, that a friend pointed out that what I was going through was not normal and not okay. The trauma of my childhood led me to severe substance abuse and mental health issues that made it hard for me to trust or connect with others, as well as a debilitating fear of being alone. Emotionally, I was a ticking time bomb that almost went off in 2018. The darkness had become too great to bear, and I decided that I didn't want to live anymore. Moments before I intended to end my pain, I suddenly heard the voice of my grandmother. Be strong, dear, and trust in the Lord. He loves you. I was raised in a semi-Christian family. My grandmother was born a member of the Church of Jesus Christ and remained a member until her early adolescence, before she was forced to convert to a different Christian denomination after she married my grandfather. All my life, Nana would secretly tell me about her love for the church that she was raised in and her testimony of the gospel. She would share scriptures and sayings when we talked. Something she often said was, be strong, dear, and trust in the Lord. He loves you. I was not a fan of Christianity at the time, but for some reason, as my Nana's words rang in my ears, I just knew that I needed to pray. I dropped to my knees and said my first ever prayer. I cried the entire time, so much so that I wondered if even God could be able to decipher my words through my sobs. I begged our Heavenly Father to heal my soul, to help me overcome the darkness that I had suffered with all my life. I offered him an agreement. If you carry me through and help me survive in the new year, I will begin going to church. The prayer left me too exhausted to even get onto my bed, let alone hurt myself. I curled up on the floor where I was and slept till morning. When I woke, I felt a lot better. As the days and weeks went by, I continued to feel better and better. When the end of the year arrived, I could not deny that the Lord had clearly held up his end of the bargain, and I decided that I would uphold mine. The words of my Nana saved my life that day. Those same words were what led me to find a church. Of all the churches I could have chosen, it was the most natural thing to me to seek out the Church of Jesus Christ because I loved my Nana. As I drove to the chapel, I felt an overwhelming darkness come over me. I felt as though I was doing something wrong. In my mind, there was a voice saying, wouldn't you rather be at home? Don't you want some wine? Don't you want to relax? The feeling was so strong that when I finally parked, I was shaking too much to get out of the car. The doubt and fear had almost won until I remembered something. I've been here before. I know this darkness. I know that I can pray and God will answer. I got out of the car and walked through the church doors. I immediately locked eyes with a stranger and felt instantly connected and comfortable with her. During the meeting, she whispered to me, helping me understand the messages. As the meeting ended, she asked for my name and number. She was shocked when she heard my maiden name. That's my last name, she said. We discovered that our grandfathers were brothers and that we were in fact family. I remember being overcome with emotion as I felt the Lord speak lovingly to my heart, saying, there's your sign. From there, everything happened quickly. I learned the gospel from the elders, married my wonderful husband, and then 2 days later was baptized. My life has continued to fill with the light of Christ, a light that in my childhood I did not believe existed. I am so grateful to my Nana for her faith and bravery and her determination to turn me to the gospel. To my husband and his family who loved me through my issues, to my newfound cousin who made me feel at home that day, and to my Father in heaven who is always waiting to pour out his blessings upon us. Well, isn't that a wonderful story? You know, more than anything to me, this experience, this lady's experience, points out one really momentous thing, and that is that one prayer. One prayer, that's all you need to begin a personal relationship with God. You don't need to take classes. You don't need books. All you need to do is ask for help, and it's as simple as that. And after you ask for that help, get ready, because your life is certainly going to be changed. Well, when I first got here, the wind was blowing pretty good. But now, it's actually turned out pretty nice. I'm going to pan around, just to give you an idea where I'm at, so you can see how beautiful it is here. As I mentioned, it's gorgeous. A little bit of snow still on the ground. I'm in a valley. And when you're in these valleys, the wind tends to whistle through, so you're kind of lucky when you find a day where it isn't that bad. But anyhow, that'll give you a shot and an idea where I'm at. Have a wonderful day, and thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you and yours. Bye now.